win. It's the Knicks 7-0 on the Chicago Bulls. That game is on ESPN2. As you see Tom Thibodeau taking it in, the Knicks head coach. Now in my driveway, Zeke, 7-0 is a skunk. And the game ends. I believe by Vegas Summer League rules, they continue to play.
I think they keep playing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They should.
I think so. You want to give the fans their money's worth, and certainly the coaches and executives would like to see their players develop. It would be a shame if they ended the game that quickly.
Although in Vegas, first team to 7, call it a day. Let's go to the pool and go to the club.
Philadelphia's got to get something going here offensively.
You would think they can make a shot now.
Treble and Queen does just that.
It's about time. They needed that.
Sixers 8 of 25 from 3 now. Queen has 9. More importantly, Sixers give themselves a fighting chance down by 4. Duke out to Thomas, 5 on the shot clock. Working on Springer. Good defense by Springer. Better shot by Cam Thomas high out the window.
Wow. Top shot. Like you said, great D, but better. Oh,
Queen wants more. That one's wide right. Thomas walks it up, massaging a 6-point lead. Oh, big screen to free up Thomas. Couldn't hit the shot. Springer felt that screen set by Sharp. Laying some wood out here. Springer off on the 3. Duke collects the rebound. And Brooklyn is going to get their first Vegas Summer League win.
Thomas between the legs. Drive down the lane. I mean, really good D by Springer, but Thomas finds a way to finish and score at the basket. That's what scorers do.
How about the confidence for a guy who was 4 of 16 when he took that shot? First points of the first quarter for Cam Thomas, who leads all scorers here with 22. And between Thomas and Kessler's 3, probably put this one away, barring some sort of mismanagement of this 6-point lead, with Thomas going to the line for the 12th and 13th time this game. With this free throw, Thomas will have taken as many as the 76ers and has now hit 3 more than Philadelphia as a team.
He didn't have a good shooting night, but he had a good shooting night from the foul line. Lead all scorers.
And even though the shooting percentage will suffer, he's now 13 of 13 from the line and 24 points on 17 shots.
Yeah.
He'll take that.
Every day of the week.
Ellison down below. That falls for him, but too little too late for Philadelphia. Still down by 6 with 15 ticks to go. They'll foul David Duke Jr. And Duke Jr. a chance to get himself a 20-point afternoon here in Las Vegas. Who's stood out for you here in Game 1 today?
Well, of course, Thomas. I thought Isaiah Joe started out good. But I really like what I see with both teams. And, of course, I love the fundamentally sound play of Winston. I thought he had an excellent game. Not spectacular, but when you look at the stat sheet, you'll see his fingerprints all over the stat sheet.
So speaking of Isaiah Joe, if you're just with us, he hasn't been on the floor here in the second half because of a right shoulder injury. We don't know much more than that, but that's after a torrid start to his summer in terms of three-point shooting. 9 of 20 between Salt Lake City and Las Vegas. 8-point advantage is the largest of the game for the Nets. Here's Winston to cut into it and keep the thought of a miracle alive. Brooklyn got the quick timeout before they could tie up Thomas. So 5.7 seconds to go, or the Nets can salt this one away. Of course, the world waits for a resolution of the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving situation, but in the meantime, the Nets can get a longer look at Cam Thomas, who can flat out get buckets.
He can get buckets. gets it in a variety of ways, knows how to get to the foul line. Coach Nash wanted to see a little bit of playmaking from him today, was able to display some of that also, but at the end of the day, he knows how to score, and he did it tonight.
He's got 7 assists to go with the now 24 points, including 13 from the free throw line. David Duke Jr. is also impressed at times. He's handled the ball a lot, especially when Thomas hasn't been on the floor.
I was very impressed with Duke. You know, not only is it ability to finish in the air above the rim, but defensively, what he was able to do, and also, you know, being able to finish left-handed around the rim. Got into the lane, competed hard, played well. David Duke definitely had a good game today.
Those are 2 players you would expect to see in the rotation for Brooklyn this upcoming season, depending on how the roster winds up looking by summer's end. And as we sit here today, it's sort of impossible to know that. I'm sort of with you that I think by the time the season starts, you're going to see Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons give it a go.
I think if you're Brooklyn, you kind of owe it to yourself to at least look at it. And again, I know, you know, players, you know, request trades, you know, emotions, you know, ego get in the way sometimes, but, you know, this is I don't know if these 3 players will play with a more talented bunch moving forward than what they have now. You know, so they may want to give that a closer look before they break it up.
You know, and looking around the league, at least in terms of pairings that are realistic, it's hard to imagine a more complementary trio for the 3 of them than Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons in terms of their positions and their skill sets.
Yeah. And, you know, I think, you know, temperament-wise, too, I know there's a lot that's always been talked about and made in the media. But when I look at, you know, those 3 guys, I do see them, you know, very respectful of each other, kind with each other. And I do think that they are, you know, decent, good human beings. So they should be able to get along and play together.
By the way, with those free throws, Cam Thomas is now 15 of 15, and that's the way it'll wrap up. He goes for 26, most of that from the line, and